Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another edition of the show. Start date 2018.017 at 22:20 Eastern Standard Time. I'm joined here tonight by our Chief Research and Development Officer here and our Chief Introspection in the Science Connection, Sir Darth Proteus.
Yo.
And of course, the master extraordinaire of making ships look so good you want to sit in the captain's chair and watch everything that he puts on screen for you. Speak none other from Zeph of Zeph Films.
Yo, what's up?
So, 8 years. 8 years that Star Trek has been online.
Dear
What do you guys
God.
got to say about this?
That's
8 years of my life is gone.
you know, I've never played any other MMOs, but I don't think there is a single game, and franchises don't count. There has not been a single game that I have played this long.
I've got other games that I've played longer, but only because I've been gaming for a very long time.
That's true. You are old.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm still sexier than both of you combined.
Yeah, right, whatever. Keep dreaming, brother. Keep dreaming. Anyway, yeah, I enjoyed STO. It was around off and on in the beta, and enjoyed its launch. Took a break for a while, came back, and it was pretty dang good.
Now, what is the average lifespan of an MMO? Do a lot of MMOs make it past 5 years, or?
Some it depends on the following of the MMO. Like for instance, out there right now, there are MMOs that have literally broken the 20-year mark. And Ultima Online is in the record books for the longest running MMORPG ever. And there are a couple other games that are getting, up there in years with that. Like we're looking at, World of Warcraft and EverQuest and, games like that. But on average, I would say personally, if a game doesn't have a really good following, its lifespan is 3 to 4 years.
If that.
If that, yeah.
I mean, for those nerds out there that used to play with me on it, anybody remember Shattered Galaxies? Remember that? Of course not, because it died a quick death. The game was good, just stalled on development, and the players left real quick.
No Man's Sky.
Wow.
Can that even be considered an MMO yet, though?
No.
Actually, with the latest patch, it can be considered an MMO because there's multiple players that actually see each other now, but they can't do squat.
Huh.
Yeah, me and Astro actually did this. We went and we met up on a planet. We dialed in coordinates to get to the same planet, and all we saw of each other was little balls of light floating around. And we could actually interact with each other to do one thing, and that was to mark a monument of the day we met in that game. That was it. That's the only interaction you have with another player.
So I guess you could say that No Man's Sky is a MMO RPG, and that N being for not role-playing game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
It's got the MMO aspect, just not the RPG part of it just yet.
Yeah, you can see your friends, but you can't talk to them, you can't interact with them, you can't trade with them, you can't kill them. It's a sad day for MMOs.
Wow.
But Star Trek Online, however, 8 years running, it's still here despite the shock of certain things that have happened to the game and certain buyouts and things that they've done that basically upset the player base, but it's still here, still alive, still kicking.
And there's still a hype train.
Yeah. Which I don't... You normally don't see a hype train keep going for games like this that have gone on this long and have had issues with their community or with their development. You don't see that. It's unusual.
There is. It's speaking of the hype train. Did you guys watch the video of the developers talking about like what their favorite part or favorite memory of STO was?
Actually, no, I haven't had a chance to watch that one yet.
There was at least one Easter egg dropped in there near the end with oh my god, Salami Inferno, and he drops "Victory is life" quote at the very end. I'm like, Easter egg.
Really?
I see. Yeah. So I think it's just like a Easter egg teaser to what's to come in the summer with the whole Gamma Quadrant Dominion, whatever they're gonna do. But this is the hype train that I'm talking about. People get burnt out of games. Like it's not just Star Trek Online that people get burnt out on. It's you get burnt out of everything. Like Minecraft, I'm a little burnt out, so I moved on to Mass Effect Andromeda. But like the there's a lot of games that it's just kind of the same. You just kind of come back to it when you're feeling like it. But with Star Trek Online, it's just there's something every year that just really hits that curiosity button and draws you back in. Like I'm really excited to see what they do with in the summer. Please be Cardassian playable faction.
Yeah, I myself would like to see them do something spectacularly cool and unexpected. Instead of giving us a faction that can choose to be Federation or Klingon, I want an entirely fully fleshed out faction that is its own thing, literally.
Wouldn't
But I know
Maria
that's
be a
probably
little bit
not going to
upset
happen.
about that, though? Having a Cardassian faction out there.
Sorry,
Well,
who would be upset?
Maria Rousseau.
Why would she be upset?
She is not a fan.
Yeah, but last year she got her TOS stuff.
This is true.
This year is the year of DS9. Like it is the 25th anniversary of DS9. So it's time to step aside with the TOS fan person to be politically correct stuff and let the DS9 reign supreme for this year.
I'm on the fence on whether or not I want this to happen. I mean, it would be cool to have more content to play and a new thing to explore and stuff like that, but I know where it's going to go. And it's the same issue they had with making the Romulan faction. And it really has nothing to do with a separate faction per se. It's more in my mind has to do with the fact that a new faction would have to start from scratch with a new fleet. And that's a lot of catching up to do for a new faction. Unless they make some weird ruling to where that separate faction can literally join whatever fleet they want, I don't see them doing it as a separate faction. They're probably going to do the same route that they did with the Federation Cardassian Romulan mix. Even though I would like to see them be a separate faction completely.
Yeah. I mean, and it comes back to the age of the game. 8 years in, is it smart to start a new faction with new fleet holdings from scratch?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to think about this because I really do really enjoy the Star Trek franchise, and even though there's things in this game that kind of grinds all of our gears, coming from both the development side and choices in the game to the way people in the community act is just sometimes deplorable. But I hope this has a lot more, like this goes on for a lot more long. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
And Major Dackel brings up another valid point. What about all the ship packs and ships for that third separate faction? If they make a third faction where it's completely on its own, then it will not have access to all of the ships and stuff that your account already has or already has access to. So that would be another thing to be behind the eight ball on because you literally are playing catch up.
Well, that was kind of what happened with the Romulan stuff. Like, you created a Romulan character and you couldn't use any of the Federation or Klingon ships, right?
No, that's incorrect. You could use everything up to tier 4.
Okay,
Tier
well,
5 ships you couldn't use.
I don't really count up to tier 4, like, really
Yeah, I
important
mean, well,
ships.
they with the inclusion of the Romulan faction, they did bring out a slew of Romulan ships right at the start that they could use right off the bat.
Yeah. Well, nothing says they can't do the same thing with Cardassian ships. Like, we've seen with Romulan ships, like, the design team has just been, like, amazing with the designs that they've come out with in terms of Romulans. There's been a couple of ships that were a little hit or miss, but the majority of the Romulan ships that have come out have been just like, wow, that's actually amazing. Like, I like this ship over the Federation ship, and we've even had some KDF ships that were like, wow, I like this one more than
Yeah.
the Federation ship, which is rare. So there is a really good, fantastic art team, which, if they were to do a separate faction, I trust them wholeheartedly to come out with amazing ships that still have that Cardassian feel, but hold true to, like, the time era that we're in right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they could even work it in that some of their design is coming from design help is coming from the Federation, because they have the treaty of whatchamacallit, Alderaan, or I can't remember what it's called.
Alderaan. Wrong genre, bro.
Yeah, wrong genre. Oh my god. See, this is what happens when you're doing two things at once.
Alderaan lives matter.
But they have that treaty in place, and I don't know. I could see the Federation throwing them a bone or whatever, but we will have to see.
See, I would like to see if they did do a fully fleshed out faction for us to play. It would open the doors for a whole lot of different variety in starships, because now you've got Bajoran ships you can put in, you've got, you know, Cardassian standards you can put in, I mean, all of the variations of Dominion ships, some of the Gamma Quadrant races that were part of the Dominion, and, you know, the Link per se. I mean, there's all sorts of doors they can open up there. It's just, will we get to see it? That's the question.
Outside of all this other fun stuff we're speculating on, let's dial it back a little bit and go back into the past. What's your first memory of STO that you remember that stands out in your head and, like, yeah, I like this game?
Taking my science tune into Karat and getting vaporized by 4 Klingons. That stands out the most in my head. Which is why I'm so big on science, because from that day forward, I decided my science tune was going to become a badass and destroy those Klingons in Karat.
Nice.
For me, memory that stands out the most, I would have to say it's the memory that got me to subscribe to the game before it was free to play. I was working a shift with my now team leader at work, and he had this laptop, and all he hears, you just hear, like, I didn't know it at the time, but it was the sound of the quad and dual heavy cannons going off on a Defiant. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing over there? Like, what is that? And he's like, oh, I'm playing Star Trek Online. I'm like, you like Star Trek? He's like, yeah. He's like, check. So he's showing me the game, and he's like, here, sit down, give it a try. So I sat down in front of his laptop, and he's like, all right, these are the controls to fly the ship around. And then he's like, click that button, which was the rapid fire button. And I hit it. And then I just start pew, 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 pew. Like, it was just crazy, like, explosions and the sound. You know that really nice sound of the rapid fire when it's just going, like, balls to the wall on the quad cannon?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. So it was back at the time where he had referral codes. So you can try for 15 days. And then that first time playing it at work was my first notable memory. It sticks with me. He brings it up every time too. Like when I show him like whatever video I just released, he's like, I've created a monster. He's like, I didn't think you would get this into Star Trek Online.
Yeah, he had no idea the monster he was going to create with you, did he?
No.
Mr. Ship Porn himself.
Word. I just got into. I like beta testing different games just to see what's coming out there, and obviously I enjoy the IP a lot. You're a big Star Trek nerd here, but more for the hey, this is science fiction that had the foundation on science, and some of this could actually be believable. So yeah, I'm obviously drawn to it. And being a big Defiant slash DS9 fan, obviously I wanted to get in on a freaking escort. And okay, I don't care what I got to do, get my hands in a damn Defiant. And yeah, I'll just have fun and play like semi arcade pew pew shoot 'em up. Much like Zeph over here, I love hearing the freaking cannons, DHCs going through, and then when they actually had the quad cannons, I was just like a kid in a candy store with that. But yeah, I just wanted to Defiant fly around with cannons and DHCs and torpedoes and just launching them all over the place and blowing up stuff. I enjoyed it. It was very good.
Actually, this is probably a question for Proteus, because Odin, you just answered it. But Proteus, what is the first ship you absolutely had to get your hands on when you started playing this game?
The first ship?
Yeah. It was like, I need to have it, whether it be from the TV series or whatever.
Well, I've been playing since the game opened the doors, so I mean there was a very limited selection of ships back then. But for me, I literally, when the game first came out, I literally wanted to get my hands on the Galaxy class. I had to have it. Literally, I wanted that ship to be the ship that I was going to fly. And then I found out there wasn't much you could do with it on a science tune, so I kind of switched ships on that one.
For me, when I finally subscribed to the game, it's like, I need to get the Sovereign. The Sovereign was my, like, back then there was no Dauntless class, even though my handle is USS Dauntless. But the Sovereign always like reigned supreme with me. Like, I loved it in the movies, and I'm like, I need to get that ship. And I finally got it, and I was like the happiest ever.
Oh yeah, I love the Sovereign class. That's what my tactical tune flew for a long time.
Give me a Defiant, or in this case now a Manicore. If honestly, if the Defiant had command seating, I would be back in that ship in a heartbeat. No questions asked.
I've been saying this for like the past 2 years now, but I would like to see them develop a system to where, and they could even turn it into like some special crafting thing and call it the Engineer, to where you literally engineer your ship from the ground up. The way it looks, the way it flies, the boss seating, the specialty seating, the console slots, the weapon layout, everything is custom designed by you. That's where I would like to see STO go next.
Yeah, we had this discussion, I want to say 2 years ago. And
yeah, I think it was about 2 years ago we started this.
We started that discussion, and I would love to see we have like X number of points allocated based off of the tier level of the ship, and then from there just go design the ship you want. You want a cruiser that can maneuver well, but you're gonna sacrifice some hit points for it. You can do that.
I mean, how big would that be for everybody to be able to play, the engineer, the guy who designed the ship, and make the ship of your dreams, the way you want it to fly, the way you want it to work, the way your powers are going to interact. That would be something that would really bring some depth and diversity to this game.
You would have people literally building ship frames, and it would be, here's another level for you. Build your ship frames, make your design plans for them, and then sell them on exchange for cheap. Here's the ship plans for it.
Oh, there's another game that already has the ability to do that, but we won't go into that one.
Right, but still, I mean, this would be freaking awesome to do that. And then you literally have people spending hours upon hours in the game doing nothing but designing ships.
Yeah, I would love the opportunity to become a shipbuilder, and just I would spend most of my game time literally building and designing ships that I thought people would like and selling them on the exchange.
Oh well, we can always imagine that stuff, right?
Yeah, we can dream. We can dream.
We'll dream big.
One day when I'm rich and I can make my own game company.
There you go. All right, so for the 8-year anniversary, all the fun stuff that comes with that.
Well, so far we have seen they gave away some costumes the first day. They gave away Phoenix boxes the second day, and then 10,000 dilithium the third day. So I'm kind of excited to see what the next 5 days holds.
I just want to add refined dilithium.
Yeah.
First time ever.
Big deal. It's a big deal.
And not reputation, not fleet dilithium, actual. You get to, like, this is the equivalent to like $10 of dilithium. Wait, no, sorry, that's wrong. Not $10 dilithium. That's wrong. I was thinking Zen there for a second.
Yeah,
but it can be converted.
Like $1.50.
Yeah, but it's still, it can be converted to the equivalent of like Zen. Like you're not limited to what you put it towards, which I think is just awesome. Like that's I like it. Good job.
That was very, very thoughtful of them, and I want to say thank you. I'm sure a lot of players out there would enjoy that as well. So if you haven't done it, do this. Where the heck is it at again? In promo, right? Right there.
Yeah, promo.
Refined dilithium promotional. Claim. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Did you already have all the costumes?
I got the costume. There was 2 of them I claimed. Got the other item that was there, so.
Yeah, the only costume I didn't have already was the mercenary one.
In the spirit of discovery, I'd really like them to. I'd like to see them bring like the discovery uniform, in some form or matter, back, because I know there's some people who missed out on the giveaway that they did last year. Like our good friend Tankia, I think he missed out on the discovery uniform. Poor guy.
He missed out on the Kelvin Admiral's uniform.
Was that the one he missed out on?
I believe so.
Oh, that's right. And that one you can't get. I'd really like them to see like a limited time thing with that again, because that was a really nice uniform.
All right. I just got a update here. Patch notes are out for tomorrow.
Oh,
nice.
And there's only 2 bullet items. They have resolved an issue with the Station Security Officer Colony project, giving the incorrect XP. Instead of Colony World XP, is supposed to give infrastructure, so they're fixing that tomorrow. Fleets that had that project completed already will find their XP totals in these 2 tracks corrected. So, no getting ahead. And then resolved an issue that caused Fleet Colony ground weapons to have an incorrect proc rate. Now, while these bug fixes are cool, these patch notes seem a little slim given what they've already announced today. So are we thinking that this patch is going to get pushed to next week to do the anniversary stuff, or what?
well, I'm pretty sure anniversary stuff is next week on the 23rd, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have swore I saw that in one of the blogs today. There was a lot of blogs out today.
Yeah, there was. I couldn't find a date in there. That's why I was wondering.
I thought I saw it in the... I know I saw it in the blog. I can't remember which one. I think it was in the featured episode one, maybe.
Okay. I got this. I'm remembering now. It's coming back to me.
Take your time.
Usually they do the giveaways up until the day before. So the giveaways end on February 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, that doesn't make sense either.
Well, the last item will be on the 20. Shit.
Oh no. Okay. No, it's going to start January 23rd. Is going to be the anniversary event with the new featured episode and all the cool stuff. Which means we have a whole week for them to put out blogs about stuff that's coming.
Oh, most definitely.
Interesting.
Like today, the Bajor ship.
Oh God, yes. And I know there's going to be a lot of haters out there. There's going to be a lot of people saying it's an ugly ship. It's a goddamn pilot ship. Oh my God. Okay, it's a free ship.
Yeah.
I'm interested in free ships because free ships add to my collection. Because I'm a collector. I'm a collection whore. It's almost made me broke as so much of a collection whore I am. But the the ship itself is kind of cool looking. It looks like a, stealth fighter bomber kind of design to it. And it's got a new experimental weapon that I'm anxious to get my hands on.
Yeah,
And
I'm
Treat,
interested
not
to
so much.
see how this ship, the trait, and the experimental weapon, and the core, mind you, there's a core with it, which will also tie in with some of the set bonuses for rewards that you get from the featured episode. So you
Yeah.
got to replay them all in order to get the entire gear set.
I just want to say I am really, really, really looking forward to a featured episode. I've been craving like a new episode to play for since they came out with the last one. The was it Bushfire?
Yeah.
And judging by the photo that they released, there was Martok on it, which you can't not hate Martok. Like Martok, that guy is the shit. He is awesome.
Yeah, in this episode, we're going to have Martok, we're going to have Geordie LaForge, and Kumark. So we've got three pretty big voice actors in there in one episode. I think that's pretty cool.
That we know of.
That we know of. It could be more because they
Could be
mentioned
totally
something
gone.
about old friends.
We shall see. But
Indeed,
yeah, no,
we
I'm
shall.
really, really looking forward to it. I really wish like the episodes came out a little bit more frequent, but I'm pretty sure they have a lot on their plate right now. They just announced this Bajor ship. They had that feature episode, and then whatever's coming up for all the DS9 stuff this year. Because I think they're gonna do a DS9 revamp. Please do, and then whatever Gamma Quadrant stuff they're gonna do. So I'm happy that we got something.
Speaking of that something, back to the ship again. A lot of people are looking at this, as a pilot ship, with 5.2 loadout. I'm pretty sure it's going to have a heavy weapon slot, considering that it's short on the 8 gun. Biggest takeaway: dual pilot seat here, where you have a lieutenant commander tactical / pilot and a lieutenant universal / pilot. For a lot of the traits that you would see either being something / or pilot ability, especially this ship's own trait, yeah, you would see more people using pilot abilities now than they have been beforehand. I know lock trajectory is one of the more favorite ones out there, but do you think there'll be a little bit more interest in pilot abilities now with all these traits taking advantage of them? Like the last one we just had over here, Cold Hearted. It's either Aux to Bat or
Pilot.
where is it? Yeah, I was getting there. Really, I was just getting there. Aux to Bat or Pilot. Hey, instead of running an Aux to Bat build, I just get in a pilot ship and use some pilot abilities with this.
Well, that's what I run on my Zenkethi escort. Is I run one hold together just to trigger that starship trait, and it works out very well. So having the ability to have two traits that will boost my damage output and literally make me a little bit beefier, um, I think that's going to work very well with the pilot abilities and just being able to trigger both of those with one ability. I mean, you don't have to go heavy pilot in the seating. You could put one or two abilities on there and still make it very effective.
Agreed. Especially with Hold Together, now that you mention it, with Hold Together and the Dynamic Power Redistributor,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to synergize very well. Keep your HP up if you take some damage. Make sure it stays high, and that console is going to boost your damage like mad.
Yep. It'll be interesting to play with once we get a hold of it because I know I'm going to be gunning for it as soon as it comes out. So we shall see.
The console itself, not. Yeah, we got to see what this thing is actually going to do when it comes out.
Well, being as it's a phaser build or a phaser-based console, some of the phaser junkies out there will probably be happy with it.
Yeah. Isn't there also a thing on there for torps?
The Starship trait will
Oh, sorry,
get
not the Starship Trip, the console.
No, the console does a passive boost of phaser damage and accuracy. But it's clicky, which we don't know what that does yet. But the clicky is supposed to do something with cross-wiring the specialized sensor suite or something like that to improve your damage output on your weapons or something like that. We don't know yet.
the way it reads, and I could be wrong, so anybody who wants to read this thing here, correct me if I'm wrong here. But the way it reads is, as you kill enemies, you get better at killing enemies.
Hmm. I guess we'll see once that ship goes live. Because we can't get it on Tribble. There's no way to do it because they don't do the featured episodes on Tribble, and there's no way to earn the things on Tribble to actually get access to the ship.
Yeah, the
I wish there was.
well, one of these days they might actually let us do that.
Right.
Claim box, claim the ship immediately, and be done with it. All right, but the trait though, herring maneuvers, which is what I believe Zeph was alluding to here. When you activate emergency power to engines or any pilot bridge officer ability, you get a major increase to accuracy rating along with bonuses to shield and armor penetration. In addition to these bonuses, your weapons gain a chance to render one subsystem offline at random once per second. This bonus may only be gained once every several seconds. Several, like what, 5, 10, 20? I guess they're adjusting numbers. That's why they want to be vague about it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm wondering if that trait's also affected and affects control abilities, because you get that if it dials in with stuff like invasive control programming, if it works with the control countermeasures, etc. You could see, and Control X, you could see this thing working with a lot of shutdown builds, working with builds that drop shields or keep shields off. And if you have multiples of these type of procs going on, then yeah, this will definitely benefit torpedo boats. It'll definitely benefit any platform actually that has to deal with shields. So while it's not so great for science ships, it's definitely a huge boon for the direct energy weapons or direct kinetic weapons to the target.
Well, yeah, because it basically turns every weapon on your ship into a phaser proc. And so you're getting all of your procs off your weapons initially, and then every one of your weapons will have a chance to have that phaser proc on it to shut down the system. It
And
might
if
work out
accuracy
well.
overflow, if accuracy overflow is still a thing, which it should be, you're going to get a little bit more extra into crit hit and crit damage, assuming that you have enough to be able to hit the target.
Yep.
Now, we've already talked about that. We slightly touched on the experimental weapon, but I read this description here, and I'm this is probably going to be my negative Nancy here, because I want to feel like I'm going to be immersed in the weapons technology of whatever they're putting out. As much as I hate to say this, that freaking crystalline energy ball of stupidity actually makes some sort of sense. And I could say, all right, this could actually be something close to viable. We could actually build this in reality at some point in the future. Putting out a compression wave by ejecting a whole bunch of gaseous matter into the vacuum of space and then trying to use that to disrupt some sort of structure or ship or entity in space by generating a compression wave. No, I just no.
Oh,
If
maybe
Cam were here, we'd probably
they
be
were.
saying something else about that. But no,
Well, maybe they're not wording it correctly. Maybe they're using a dense cloud of compressed particles, which screams science to me, to generate gravity waves, because that is a possibility in space. Pressure waves, not so much, because there's no air.
Right, you need particles that would be able to move in order to be able to generate a pressure wave. Assuming we're using the correct definition of pressure off of that.
Well, pressure is basically, the movement of air is all it is. So
Any
my
particle
thinking is
hitting
it
against
should
something.
be, yeah, it should be renamed into a gravity wave. So those compressed particles are condensing down to such a point that they're creating, basically a gravity pulse is what I'm thinking of it as.
I got nothing. But it's an experimental weapon, and yeah, something. So, kudos.
I want to see how it compares to the Shuckton Sheller, because the Protomatter Sheller is one hell of a weapon.
By the way, the anniversary date event is on the launcher.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tells you how long it's been since I logged out of the game.
So January 23rd at 8 a.m. Pacific time to February 22nd, 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Should be something interesting to take a hold of and do.
I got to get on the negative Nancy train. One thing I'm not looking forward to is the Omega particle game.
Oh, God.
Suck
That
it
is
up,
one of my
Buttercup.
least favorite ones to do. Even though I'm really damn good at it, it is so tedious.
Play the arcade game. Do it. Enjoy it.
Yeah, but
I think I'd rather mine for dilithium more.
at least the arcade game doesn't lag when you press up and down.
Yeah,
Like, I find the Omega minigame just to be the laggiest minigame. Like, I think it's worse than the dilithium game.
yeah, it is extremely laggy. Last year, it was almost impossible to get above a certain score because it was so much lag.
That, or you'd start doing it and it's counting down, and then you'll get to like 50 seconds remaining. It's like, oh, you're finished. Congratulations.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. Well, at least it's
what?
giving me my reward.
of barely anything, but at least I'm finishing the daily.
All right. Anything else fun and exciting that's going to be coming down the pipeline, or something that you would think that you'll be able to see? Aside from, we expect Zeph to put out a nice little look at the Bajoran ship.
I'm sure Zeph will have that video out, as soon as he gets it rendered and done and all that good stuff. As soon as he gets his hands on it. But I would like to point out something.
Please.
Star Trek Online is partnered up with Loot Crate.
Oh, that's right.
What is up with that? And what kind of stuff is going to be in that box? Because I've had bad experiences with Loot Crate before. And I know people who have had bad experiences where, they spend $20, $30 a month for this subscription. And when they get the box, it's a $5 t-shirt and some stickers. I'm like, really? I wasted money on that? So I'm kind of on the fence on this one as to whether or not it would be worth it, because they're really not being detailed. They're just saying in-game codes and stuff that you can win for ships, but what kind of ships? What kind of stuff can we win? What are the possibilities? Because I'm not investing without, some sort of detail.
Well, that's the whole point of the Loot Crate, is you don't typically know what is coming. Like, they give you a roundabout idea of like what's going to come in the loot box, but you never know what exactly it's going to be, what's going to be in it. But there is one addition to this Loot Crate thing, and they've told us to keep an eye on the Star Trek Online Twitter and the Star Trek Online Facebook, and there's apparently going to be a draw for 1 year subscription of Loot Crate.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you could have the chance of winning and putting aside your fears of what you're investing to and just get it for free for a year.
True. Very true. Very true. But I still don't want to open the box and see a bunch of stickers and a $5 t-shirt.
You know what? I know you don't have any videos of like your face in the video, but if somehow you win the like the contest, you need to do a series called "What's in the Box."
Very true. What's in the box?
Oh no! Please don't! Please don't!
My hope is that they're going to give away some cool swag and some stuff that you can't get access to. A cool T-shirt would be nice, a hat maybe, some access to in-game ships. And me being the ship whore that I am, I probably have most of them, so that code would probably be wasted on me, or I could do a giveaway for it, I guess.
Yeah, you could always do that. Help you get up to your 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time.
Yeah, thanks YouTube.
That one is a double-edged sword. I can kind of see why they did that.
Oh, I know part of why they originally started doing this, and it had a lot to do with ISIS.
Well, there's also, and not to hijack the show Trek talk here, but there's also a lot of creators who just create channels and then start copying other people's videos, putting it on their stuff, and then collecting AdSense from it.
Yeah.
So they're really trying to weed out those kind of accounts, which there's a lot of.
Yeah, there's a ton of people that are copycatting, and they don't have many subscribers, but they're getting views based on the content.
Yeah.
Well, why couldn't they just do an algorithm where we look at the content length?
No. They're trying the algorithm. It's failing horribly right now.
Yeah, it's literally not doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. But if you're in the 1%, so there's the YouTube Partner Program, which is what I'm in right now, and anybody over the old threshold and new one coming up. But then there's the Partner Preferred one, which is you get premium ads on your stuff and all that. Apparently those guidelines have changed, whereas instead of it being automatically allowed or whatever, each video from that 1% crowd puts up will have to be manually reviewed by somebody at YouTube. And if they find so much as like one swear word, it's demonetized.
Yep.
But you can, I'm not going to get into YouTube politics on that one, but yeah, there's one particular douchebag that they can thank for that one.
Fun.
What else happened in Trek? Like, it's been a week. I think everything that we talked about happened today, the majority of it.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's just been collect a couple of freebies that the devs have been throwing at us, and that's pretty much it. Otherwise, some people have been PvPing a couple events. What we'd like to do is get a couple, nice fleets, whether small or large, and just find out what they're doing in game and what keeps Trek interesting to them. Maybe it might encourage some other people to come back to the game.
On a fun side note, I finally, after 2 weeks of trying, finished getting the ISA video I needed for my Rami Science Tune build. So look forward to that video coming soon.
Ooh. Oh, somebody went on to Tribble today. We're getting 9 new emotes.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So burp, cross arms, dance, smooth,
slow clap.
Dance unusual, reading, flex, slow clap, talk, and wink. Those are the 9 emotes that are being added. And actually, that video that I talked about earlier that had some of the developers talking about like their favorite moments or whatever. There's one guy, actually, it might have been a different video, because Star Trek Online put out. Oh no, yeah, it was this one. It was the Star Trek Online 8th Anniversary Dev Reflections. And they're talking to one guy who does, I guess he creates like the emotes and all that. And they're like, create a special emote. And he went a little crazy and made 9.
Interesting.
I put the link for that up in the chat if people wanted to see it. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else going on STO-wise.
Oh, we could talk about the redone re-engineering system that they just put a triple patch out on 2 days ago.
Oh,
Go
with
for
the
it,
dilithium
yes.
change, right?
Yes, and this is a big change that I thought was cool, and I don't really mind the dilithium cost and the salvage cost increase much. So just to give you the breakdown, the old system, the cost for one mod change was 500 dilithium and 400 or 300 salvage. Okay. And what this did was allow you to re-roll that mod, but it kept the old mod in the loop. So there was a chance for you to get that mod back again, even though you didn't want it. So what they did was they changed it now to where you're paying 800 dill for that one roll and 400 salvage. And when you roll, the mod that you didn't want that you're trying to get rid of will not be included in the output of the next roll. So, like, let's say you have accuracy on there, you're trying to get rid of it. When you re-roll that mod, you're not going to see accuracy pop up on there. It's just going to be a random choice of the other ones that are there. So that's pretty cool. And they fixed the bug that I reported. Yay! No more people exploiting stuff to gain free salvage.
Which one? Oh, I think I
Yeah.
might know which one you're talking about.
Well,
Yeah, but
there was a long list of items that you could reclaim through like the dilithium store or through other means that were infinitely reclaimable without costing you a penny or anything. So, and you could just literally turn that into salvage over and over again. They finally fixed that. Yeah, because that could have been bad.
Yeah. There's somebody in the audience asked a question. APG 1986 asks, "Hey, Odin and guys, do you think they should release more vet rewards? When was the last thing? The T6 ship, right?" So yeah, the last thing that was added to the vet rewards was the Manticore.
Yeah, I think that was the very last thing.
Oh
and
wait,
that was 2 years ago?
or was it the Talaxian faction?
No.
Because you can create a Talaxian character if you have lifetime.
Yeah, which is totally not worth creating because they're garbage.
Mm.
But I mean, if you're a role player, that's cool. But their ability that they were supposed to have, the extra salvaging, scavenging thing that they were gonna get was absolutely garbage. So it wasn't worth it in my eyes to make a Talaxian. Because I made one to test it out. But yeah, it's been a while since we've had any improvement to the vet reward stable. I think we deserve something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially when there's people like cough cough me, cough cough, that have been subscribed well over like 2,000 days.
Yeah,
Like it ends at what, 1,300 days, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there should be something for 2,000, and then maybe something like something after that. But no, it'd be cool to see like another tier. I think the rewards leading up to 1,300 is good.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't change anything to that, but I think some more tiers would have to be or need to be added. I mean, we're 8 years in. Can you imagine if there's somebody like I've been subbed since 2011? It's now 2018. That's a lot of days.
Yeah. I was one of those few that went lifetime first year in. So. And Odin has a work-related issue on the phone, so he won't be here for the rest of the show. Yay! I mean, no. Since he can't fight back, we have the ability to say what we want.
So does that mean he doesn't have any power to end the stream and we can just like say whatever we want on his channel?
Pretty much. I mean, well, he'll probably figure it out eventually. Hey, these guys have stopped talking on my channel about related stuff, so I'm gonna end the stream now.
Well, he can still hear us. Shut up,
he
guys.
can still hear us.
Anybody who is watching, do you guys have any other questions for us? I think we'll leave. I think we'll start like for the end of the show, be like community questions.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. People
Yeah.
want to ask questions. Or if
Um,
there's questions that, those who are watching after the live stream, if you're watching after the fact, if you've got questions or concerns or things you want us to talk about, put it in the comments down below the video. We'll check it out. And if, we deem it worthy, we will discuss it on the next episode.
how much did you say those loot crates were?
I think it was like $20 or something like that.
So it'd probably be like 35 Canadian.
Yeah, let me double check.
Just scrolling up when we are talking about featured episodes, Stuart Byrne Jones, one of the admins of the STO Facebook group. Good guy. I talk to him often. More episodes, more often. The Iconian arc with the mission every month was a good run. I totally agree. I think that arc was probably, with the exception of the addition of the Romulan arc and the Delta arc. Like, even though I know people had a lot of gripe with Delta arc, I still thought the story was amazing. The Iconian arc, featured episode wise, I think was one of the best. Had one of the best release schedules of month over month.
Ooh, I'm logged onto the Loot Crate site right now, and this is actually more promising than I thought it would be.
Oh,
All right, so check this out. $39.99 for this crate. Okay, and this is one crate. There are plan options, so you can either do one crate or you can do 6 crates at a time, basically a 6-month subscription. And for the 6-month subscription, you're getting a USS Enterprise refit replica model.
oh,
It's a metal replica too. And from what I'm seeing in here, you also get to select your shirt size, obviously, because you're obviously going to get a shirt, $5. But you're also going to select your Starfleet division. So operations, tactical, science, and they're going to give you stuff based on that as well. So that could be interesting. And what I'm seeing here with the get items like these things, there's a shirt there, there's a keychain with an Enterprise or a Galaxy Enterprise D. There is looks like maybe a wall icon or something that you could put on your wall. It's like a metal Star Trek emblem with the division symbol in it, but there's also a tribble. And I'm like, what? They're going to give us tribbles? But, oh, wow. And there's exclusive mini masters in each crate. And one of them that they're showing is a model of Locutus of Borg.
ooh. Oh, wow. I just
Yeah,
brought up
that's
the site
interesting.
now. That is pretty cool.
Exclusive collectibles and apparel. Wow, that actually might be worth it.
See, for me, it's showing up as $66 Canadian per crate.
Oof, that's big money. I wonder what that captain's log thing is, though.
Wow, $66 per crate.
You get 4 to 6 items per crate, valued at $65 plus in every crate.
Wow.
And apparently the first crate is the Way of the Warrior. It's a Klingon-inspired DS9 crate.
Hmm.
And according to this, every 2 months you'll get an exclusive collection of high-quality collectibles via this crate. So it's every 2 months you're getting a crate.
Oh, if I get the 6 crate plan, then it's $64 per crate. But still.
Yeah, for us it's $36.
That's a little rich.
I mean, if they're gonna give away, true collectible stuff that may retain some value after a while, then it'd be worth it because it is Star Trek, and Star Trek items usually retain a lot of their value later on in life. So it could be a pretty decent investment to get your hands on some of this exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
But me being the tightwad that I am with my money, I'll have to seriously debate this one over a bottle of wine.
A bottle of wine that doesn't cost that much, I hope.
Well, actually, my wine costs more than the loot crate does. So
I need to go.
I don't go cheap on wine.
I need to go to the wine store and pick up a bottle of wine while I think about this purchase. Another comment. I don't like the drizzle of episodes. Something about the idea of major expansion that seems to bring people back.
Yeah, I would like to see them do more scheduled content on a more reliable schedule, so that people can literally look forward to something each month. Because as it stands now, we're getting a featured episode every 2-3 months.
I think this
like
one
that.
was 4. I can't remember the last episode that came out.
Yeah, and I understand that there's limitations. They have time schedules and deadlines and things of that nature. But if they could get rid of that corporate crunch mentality and truly open up the creativity that I know this team has, then we could see a lot more fantastic stuff, more episodes, more things coming out. Like this re-engineering system, that is a step in the right direction for me.
Or engage the Foundry community even more.
Yeah. Open up the Foundry to have more tools and things like that, so that they could literally get the people doing Foundry, because there's some fantastic Foundry episodes out there, and they could literally take the inspiration from that and work with the Foundry people to give us more content readily available everywhere in the game for everybody.
Yeah, or like just go to the Foundry round table guys and be like, hey, so we need an episode that follows up after this. We need something along the lines of story of like the Sona after Martok has been broken out and all that, like what they like come up with a story around this kind of thing. And once you publish, let us know. We'll do a blog about it. We'll put it out there, get people to play. And I know that the Foundry guys do that now. Like they did that with the Iconian War and stuff like that. I just, I think it just needs to be advertised a little bit more on the social medias and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also,
if they could do that, it would be cool.
Somebody wanted to know if you meant box of wine.
No, I don't drink boxed wine, and my wine doesn't have screw caps on it. I drink wine that has to be pulled with a cork. And I prefer white wines. I prefer sweeter wines, but there are some good reds out there that I really like. There's some good cabs out there and some good dry wines that are interesting. I've been doing some Chilean wines lately, and I'm finding them to be very, very nice, considering where they're coming from and how much they cost. Box wine is for getting drunk. Okay.
But
you want to get rip roaring drunk? Go get a box wine.
I think that's it for us for the show. What time is it? Ooh, 20 after 11. Jeez.
Italian Moscato, huh? I might have to give that a try, because I love a good Moscato. So, Alan, we know you've been lacking in the content for ship porn lately. So, you have any projects or plans coming up?
Nah, man. Things are quiet.
Do you have any plans for existing ships you might want to go back and redo, or revisit some of the cooler stuff with different artwork on them or different parts and stuff on them yet?
I don't know. I wanted to kick off the year with a newer ship. Maybe I could do it with the Bajoran ship once it comes out, kind of thing.
I look forward to that one if you're going to do that one.
Yeah.
I really want to see what you're going to do to that ship.
The Bajor ship?
Yeah, because I like the sleekness of it, but I know you're going to put your touch on it, and it's just going to make it drip with porn.
I'm going to try, because I realized that today that since my reinstall in November, I hadn't had Tribble installed. So I reinstalled Tribble, and then I went on to Demo Record, because I think right now Demo Record isn't working on holodeck. I can't remember why. It's a temporary thing, though. It usually happens before a big patch. And I was sitting there, I was just rusty. Like, I couldn't remember commands. Like, so I'm trying to just shake off the cobwebs and make sure I deliver something that's quality. But yeah, nothing
Yes.
really going right at the moment.
That's what I'm doing with After Effects right now. Is I've been working on a few different videos, and the science video is coming out soon. But that other project I'm working on, the team runs that we've been setting up for, it's a lot of work to put those type of videos together. So my hat's off to you, my friend, because that is a lot of stuff to do to make it really pop.
Yeah, it's a little tedious.
Yeah, I'm finding that out because the way I'm doing mine, and I don't want to give too much away about what the videos are about, but basically I want to make it look like a cinematic episode, kind of like a Star Trek episode where you're seeing a battle and you're seeing a bridge, and things are happening, and you're seeing stuff on their screen and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to do with the runs that we did recently. And so far I'm about halfway done with the first one. So look forward to that, guys. It's coming out, and I expect a lot of critics out there to tell me what's wrong and what needs to be fixed.
Also, if you're looking for a more technical conversation, because I know we haven't done that as much on the show like we used to, so we're trying to make sure we get everything covered. And I know we can get carried away in the past with ship specs. But our buddy Astro and Aponte have their STO Tech Trek. I think that's every week. Is that on a set day? I haven't noticed.
I think they're trying to put them out every Monday. I just recently recorded an episode with them. We were talking about science stuff, and they had me on going over some of the cool things about science and what the recent changes and stuff were. So their show is going to be more of the technical stuff, so that you can get an explanation of how things work, and how to pilot, how to better yourself, how to get more DPS out of your builds and stuff like that. And they're doing it, on a Monday schedule, according to Astro in chat, and it's actually getting pretty popular. So if you guys are looking for that kind of technical stuff, head on over to their channel and check them out.
You won't see me on that show because I don't do technical chat. You'll notice I don't talk much during the specs conversation.
Well, you could get technical with demo record and stuff like that, and do the technicals of that.
I've already recorded those videos. God. Funny enough, I actually had to look up my own tutorial to remember a command.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't done it in a while when you got to do that.
The last time I was in demo record was October 23rd.
No kidding.
No kidding. Well, because there was the long stretch of time where demo record didn't work. So it's just like, okay, well, there goes the main content for my channel. Hopefully they fix it. And big shout out to Maria. I know Maria Zeronius Rex, if you don't know her, pushed really hard to get that fixed. So thank you to her and whoever else was involved in getting demo record fixed.
Yeah, big thanks, because the community needs their ship porn, and Alan is the only one who does ship porn the way he does.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's also the other people who, like Snipey has his videos. He did his 30th anniversary, which was pretty cool. I'm actually a little pissed off about that.
Oh, why?
He got no flack whatsoever for having the goddamn pods on the top of the nacelle of the Enterprise D. I did it, and everybody lit my fucking ass on fire about it.
I remember that when that video came out, everybody was like, "What are you doing? Those are the wrong nacelles."
I'm like, son of a bitch.
That was pretty funny though. There are some very, very adamant people out there who are very passionate about their ships.
Yeah, no, I didn't see anything. But no, he did a really good video. And then there's a huge screenshot community as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of people do some fantastic screenshots.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, in your Discord channel, somebody just posted one, and my God, the detail in that shot was just phenomenal.
yeah. And if you want to be part, I actually do have a Zeph Films community Discord. If you want to join it, I will put a link somewhere, or just check my Twitter. It's on my Twitter. But yeah, there was. Let me see. Oh, are you talking about that ground shot?
Yeah, that shot is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Um.
Whoever did that one, Ruin
Oh
Fane.
yeah. I know her. She
Great
does
job.
really good stuff.
Yeah, I was floored when I saw it. I was like, "Wow, that's a Star Trek Online game! Holy crap!"
I'm gonna see if this is the part where I wish I was streaming.
Yeah, so you could put it up in chat.
Or well, no, I can put a link up in chat, but where I could show it on the stream. So if somebody's replaying, um,
Well, if Odin's paying attention enough to where he can actually just click and move onto his screen, he could go into the Discord, Films Discord, go to the screenshots tab, and pull that one up onto his screen so people can see it. I don't know if he's listening to us or not, though.
apparently that link doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think you can link directly. You'd have to open the original and then link it that way.
Nah. Oh, there's the. I think that's the Discord link for this.
All right.
Odin just put up a link to the Discord. I don't know which one he. Odin,
It
blink
won't let me
twice.
put link addresses in here.
Oh, probably because. I wonder if I can. No, it's because you're not. I think Odin had that turned off for specific reasons. But the Zeph Films Discord is kind of like a place to show off your artwork. Well, it's for like if you want to talk about games or whatever stuff, but because I'm heavy focused on like the art aspect of things, there is some really good screenshot folks in there.
Yeah, there's a really nice community of people who have a lot of talent when it comes to doing things in this game, screenshot wise, videos. I mean, it's good that you're doing this and basically trying to centralize everybody so we can all bounce ideas off each other and check each other's work out. And I mean, it's just a really great idea. I like what you're doing with it.
Yeah, Ruin Fane. Yeah, she's on Twitter. She does really good stuff. There's another person. She's not in Discord. I gotta get her in here. But she's another one who is just really amazing with artwork. I know I've talked about her on the show last year. It was like
I think I remember that one.
STO Morishita.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Morishita or something like that. Yeah,
Her stuff is really good.
yeah,
And
she does some amazing work as well.
Sir Boulevard does some really good stuff. trying to think of who else. There's a lot of people who do really, really good screenshots. Rami does really good screenshots too.
Yeah, Rami does some really nice work.
Yeah.
Bunch of creative people in this place.
The knowledge of the demo card is strong with those ones. But yeah, I think that's all we got to talk about for the show, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's about it, all of our coverage for tonight. I mean, we went off on random things here and there, but we got most of the highlights done.
Yeah. Usually Odin closes this off with a quote. So, Odin, if you're listening after my quote's done, end the stream. But I am going to finish the show off with a famous quote. But first, I want to thank Odin for hosting. Thank Proteus for hosting as well, being a host on here. And thanks Films for showing up. Oh, it's my pleasure. And and the Star Trek quote of the evening is, yeah, see, this is why we don't allow fucking links in our shit. That's not actually the quote.
Odin
I
needs to
got
make me an admin so I can kill it.
I got it.
Gotcha.
Actually, it's gonna work out perfectly for this one. Shut up, Wesley. There we go. Thank you for watching the show, everyone. Have a great evening. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
And I want to thank these two gentlemen here for closing us out on this. So everybody, you have a good night. Stay warm out there, and we'll see you somewhere out there. Good night, folks.